Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've got a sore throat now. I've just done about a 15-minute video, and where I was doing it was dark and you couldn't see me, so it just looked a total black darkness with me moving about, and I just have to do this video again, and I've got a sore throat this morning. So I was talking about yesterday. Crystal, went into the co-op. I walked up the road. It was freezing, even just walking from my flat to the co-op. Goes inside the co-op. There's school kids in there around 4 o'clock, because that's the time I went in there. So you've got young lads in there, schoolboys, and school kids with their mums in the co-op. And I went in there to get some sensitive toothpaste because Tesco's didn't have any yesterday. So I got Tesco's toothpaste. I didn't get Tesco's toothpaste. I got Sensodyne toothpaste from the co-op, which comes in this box. Sensodyne, Repair and Protect, Deep Repair. Comes in a tube, Repair and Protect. It's whitening toothpaste, Sensodyne. I've used this before. It works. It's the best. It costs £3.50, but it's worth it. Right, so as I was going around the store, I fell into the toilet roll stand. Yeah, I tripped and I knocked all the toilet rolls over. All the packs of toilet rolls fell on the floor. There were some young schoolboys, boys at the checkouts, and they kindly picked up the toilet rolls and put them back on the display for me. I want to thank them for that, because it's not very often that somebody helps you pick up something when you've dropped it. And they helped me. 2 young lads helped me pick up the toilet rolls and put them back on the display stand. It must have looked like something out of Mr. Bean, because I tripped, fell into like packs of 4 and 6 loo rolls, and they went in the air and flew on the floor. And these young lads picked them up for me. Thank you. Now we're going on to the subject of teeth. I've got crooked teeth. I've had crooked teeth since I was a kid. I have hated dentists, been afraid of them since I was a child. And my experiences of dentists and dentistry as a child was very bad. I was talked harshly to by dentists, dental nurses, and they came across as scary people to me as I was a kid. Back in those days, you were talked to, well, I was talked to like, sit down, shut up, do as you're told. Don't cry, don't moan, just, do as you're told. So I'd get into the dentist chair and I would be frightened. And there was none of this, dealing with people that have a fear of dentists. You just did as you were told, or that's it. So, even the female dentists, to me as a young female child, were rude and inconsiderate. So my first experience of going to the dentist that I remember was being so afraid of the dentist, I had to lie on my nan's lap when I was about 7 to have a tooth extracted with a gas mask over my face. I was knocked out while I was lying on my nan's lap, because in those days they put you out with it when a child had a gas mask over its face, like a gas mask. And I was so afraid of dentists, and I had to have this tooth extracted, so they knocked me out with gas. I just had this terrific fear of the dentist, a terrific fear of it, and I think a kid seeing a drill and the noise it makes and all the instruments in front of its face is terrified. The dentist is a terrifying place to be. And it's sweets. It wasn't anything else. It was being given sweets. Gobstoppers, fudge, pick and mix sweets. You used to get so many sweets for like 50p. and that's what ruined my teeth, sweets, the sugar in sweets. My nan would every week take me down the shop to the sweet shop. She ate sweets. My nan had false teeth when she was 25. She loved her sweets. My dad had bad teeth. He hardly ever went to the dentist. My parents weren't really good role models with their hygiene and the way they looked after stuff, and they certainly didn't look after me properly in my opinion when I was a child, so I got bad habits, and I grew up with crooked teeth, and I was so afraid of the dentist. I think maybe I didn't want a brace. I didn't want this metal contraption in my mouth, and I must have refused to have it, because I'd just grown up with crooked teeth. So at my dentist now, there is a hygienist called David, and I've been there a couple of times to have my teeth deep cleaned, and toothpaste scraped and polished. And all the dentists say to me is, "You've got crooked teeth," and I say, "I know. I can't pay now extortionate amounts to have my teeth corrected. I'm an adult, and it costs thousands and thousands of pounds to have implants, etc., etc. But do dentists have to be rude when they speak to someone? Don't they think I know that my teeth are crooked? Because I do. Oh, your teeth are crooked. I know. I'm 54 and they're crooked. They were crooked when I was 12. You don't need to tell me. But one thing one of the dentists have said, and I've had dentists in London, Forest Hill, London. I've had dentists in Gloucestershire, in Eastgate Street, Dr. Hudson. Dr. Hudson was one of my first dentists in Gloucestershire. I've had dentists in Chatham and Rochester, and if you don't have extortionate amounts of money, you can't fix your teeth. Simple. So I was told to buy a kiddie's toothbrush, and this does help children brush their teeth, and it makes dentist and brushing your teeth fun. Bright colours, bunny-shaped toothbrushes, etc., etc. Looks like Bugs Bunny, doesn't it? So I brush my teeth with a child's toothbrush because I've got crooked teeth, and a small toothbrush gets at the back of my teeth. I've had about 14 teeth removed from my mouth, including wisdom teeth that were growing impacted. I've had 5 teeth out in the hospital and 9 teeth out in the dentist as an adult. I had numerous teeth taken out when I was a child, and I just remember living on the anaesthetic. And now I don't go to the dentist. I haven't had anaesthetic for a couple of years now, I think since 2018 or 19. All I've remembered is having anaesthetic needles put in my mouth. And anaesthetic is a drug. And I completely have not had any dental anaesthetic in a few years now, which is good. So that's that out the way. Yesterday, after coming back with the toothpaste, I bought myself a Christmas plant, a Christmas red flower. So I bought myself this British poinsettia, which is a red Christmas plant. I like that. It's £5.50. And even if you can't get a Christmas tree, that brightens up the room. I love my little blue tree. I don't think you have to have massive Christmas displays to show that you like Christmas. Just the little things, the Christmas stockings, a little tree, and small decorations. You don't have to be a big show-off to enjoy Christmas. The little things count. I'm a nice person. I like to compliment people. If I like someone's cardigan, I'll say I like their cardigan. Life can get lonely and boring and upsetting at times, but I try and make other people happy. So some people have labelled me an angry, nasty, miserable, moaning cow, but that's not the case. I go into a shop, if someone talks to me, I like your hat, I like your cardigan, it's a nice day today, you having a good day. I'm not a nasty person, I like to be nice to people. And that's the way I want it to be. Now, one other thing. Before I took Max out around 7 o'clock last night, I was watching a BBC news programme. The news crew had gone down Rochester High Street, where both my son and myself have videoed, and we have gone into the charity shops in Rochester High Street, as have many other people living in Rochester. I have gone into Oxfam and I've done videos where I've shown people what I've bought out of Oxfam. I bought, the most recent purchase was a purchase of size 7 Dunlop white Wellington boots from Oxfam. So you've got this attractive guy, this attractive mature newsreader with a dark-haired, long-haired girl in a long dog tooth coat, black and white long dog tooth coat from her neck down to her feet nearly, and she's being filmed in Oxfam, showing people what the bargains are in Oxfam. And she's a pretty girl, she's got makeup on, she's all made up. And remember that people that shop in charity shops are elderly, they're single mums that can't afford a lot of people that have, when you're homeless and you first go into a hostel like myself, sometimes the hostel gives you an allowance, a couple of pounds, and you go into a charity shop to buy yourself a coat, a pair of socks to keep your feet warm, because that's what I did. When I was in a women's refuge and I was homeless, they said go into a charity shop and get some clothes to put on, or they had a few second-hand clothes upstairs at 54 Western Road, where I was put in a women's refuge. That's years ago now. And they told me that, can't you go into a charity shop and get some clothes? I said, I've got no money. So they give you an allowance, or they give you a stamp for food when you're homeless. And this is what happened to me in Gloucestershire. And they tell you to go and get some second-hand clothes. So I did. I got a skirt, a pair of second-hand shoes, and I think a t-shirt. So I don't think it's nice to be fake. The majority of people that shop in a charity shop are poor. They're not rich, they're not plastered in makeup and fantastic clothing. They're ordinary members of the public. It felt staged. This girl had a social media account. She was probably well known on YouTube or wherever, Instagram usually, and she was going around the charity shop all tarted up, all dolled up, and I'd get this and I'd do that. And what is happening is I made friends, what I thought were friends, on Facebook dating a few weeks and months ago now. And they ask you what you like. And I told one of them I had a YouTube account, right? So we have a stooge in Oxfam stealing my ideas and being put on telly, right? A stooge. They call them stooges. They get someone from God knows where, dress them all up, and in my opinion, my ideas are being stolen. And how many other people are having their ideas stolen off of YouTube by these news presenters? And who sends these news presenters down to Rochester High Street? Nice and warmly dressed when there's homeless on the streets of Rochester High Street. There's people on the floor. Did they film the homeless in the doorways and offer them a cup of tea and a pasty, a hot pasty? Did they? No, they didn't. They're too busy showing this attractive, pretty girl off with the attractive male news presenter. I didn't talk about, like, you know, the homeless on the floor. That really does make me angry. Me, I don't want to be famous. I know my son's been on TV and he hasn't got paid a penny. I don't want to be taken advantage of. I know my YouTube videos are free, and I know somebody's nosing down them and trying to make me feel old. That won't work either, because after that there's an old furniture van going up and down Corey's Road near my apartments. Old furniture. And I tell you now, I've been doing YouTube videos for nearly 15 years. 15! And I am old. So I'm part of the furniture, mate. I'm part of the furniture. See you later.